Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball here on the campus of Concordia University, Chicago, inside a Geisman Gymnasium, where the 0-5 Edgewood College Eagles take on the 1-3 Concordia University Chicago Cougars. I'm Carter Gledhill, joined by Peter Borkowski. Peter, the last game for the Cougars came against their first conference opponent between Concordia, Wisconsin. They fell by a score of 67-50, in which was their worst shooting performance of the year.
Right, shooting has got to be a big improvement for the Cougars tonight. They've kind of struggled with it all season, so they want to start seeing some wins on the board. That shooting percentage needs to go up.
And I think another thing, too, is as much as we focus about the shooting percentage, it's also the turnovers have been killing the Cougars as well, with 83 on the season. Their opponents was 71, so a big factor if the Cougars can control the offensive pace of play is making sure they just don't give away free possessions.
No, right, you often say the best defense is always being on offense. Just keep the ball out of the opponent's hands.
Well, we have 43 seconds before starting lineup. The national anthem is going to be underway on the court. Peter, can you tell me one player we should look out for the Cougars that might have a big impact in today's game?
Well, she played in her first game of the season. Last game, Michaela Ellis, she led the way with 15 points for the Cougars. She'll be coming off the bench tonight, but she could provide a boost for the Cougars tonight.
Cougars versus the Eagles, national anthem, and then the starting lineup here on the Cougar Sports Network. There you have it, the starting lineups for both teams, but we'll run it back one more time for you both. For the Eagles, Emma Klein, Abby Shane, Eden Bonster, Vivian Guerrero, and Diamond Pikulik. For the Cougars, Sarah Ludwig, Princess Gates, Jaylene Wade, Bailey Steinkamp, and Allison McGregor. Cougars will be going left to right on your screen in the all-white gold trim home jerseys, and the Eagles right to left, all black, white, and red trim away jerseys. Peter, another noticeable name for the Cougars making her second start on the season is Bailey Steinkamp, a junior who had major minutes and impact on the team last year. She struggled with injuries so far in the beginning of the season, but it's good to see her out on the floor, one of the starting five for the Cougars.
Most definitely. Last year, Bailey Steinkamp, she was an all-NAC honorable mention. We've seen the Cougars kind of ease her into the starting rotation as she looks to get her minutes up as we go along.
McGregor and Guerrero are at the center court for tip. Guerrero won the tip. Early turnover by the Eagles by Eden Bonser.
See, Edgewood, they average a little over 20 turnovers a game. They definitely play in the Cougars' favor if they stay aggressive on them.
Ludwig with a drive. A little too hard off the backboard. Offensive board by McGregor. Her putback's no good. Wade almost able to pick that pass off, but knocks over Shane for the first foul of the game. And Peter, we talk about the turnovers and how important that is. Both teams averaging almost 20 turnovers a game. And that's part of the reason why we've seen some of these lopsided scores is the good teams that you play. For example, Edgewood, 3 ranked opponents out of their first 5 games, and they have had large margins of losses. It's important to keep the ball on your side of the court.
No, it's just fundamental stuff. Easy passes, not doing anything too extreme.
Klein, baseline drive, no good. Board pulled down by McGregor, the leading rebounder on the team, averaging almost 12 rebounds a game.
This comes down to playing smart basketball, keeping control of the ball.
Hand off to Wade. Gives it to Gates in the corner. She tries baseline. A lot of contact, no foul. Hits off the bottom of the backboard. Eagles going the other way.
So Gates is making her first start of the season. From the little we've seen of her so far, I like how she attacks the basket.
Ludwig playing good defense on Guerrero. 3 seconds in the lane called on Guerrero. Bonser almost looked like she had an open look if she pulled that down if there was no call.
So the Cougars are doing a lot of good things right now. They just need to start putting the ball in the basket. They're getting into the basket. Just got to start finishing here.
Steinkamp. One swing over to Gates. Good pass inside to Ludwig. She can't finish. It's the second time we've seen her in the inside, not able to finish a close layup. Klein dishes it back out to Guerrero. And a nice jump shot for Guerrero for the first basket of the game.
So it looked like a little miscommunication on the Cougars defense. We saw Ludwig start to close out on her, but it's too late at that point.
Good vision by Wade to find Steinkamp to break the press. Ludwig will line up for 3. She knocks it down. Ludwig fired up after that 3. Only her 3rd made 3-pointer on the season. And the Cougars add another dimension to their offense when they're able to establish their 3-point abilities in the game. Eagles setting up the offense, spin around by Bonser. Too much. She's able to get her own shot. Fresh 20 on the shot clock. Pikulik finishing it inside.
So too many Cougars were on one side of the court. That left that middle lane wide open.
Edgewood bringing the full court press. Almost able to get it away from the Cougars. Ludwig able to bring it back.
They got numbers.
Gates, corner shot, no good. Guerrero touched it on the baseline. It will stay with the Cougars. First substitution for Coach Martin is the junior transfer, Michaela Ellis. As we mentioned in the last game, 15 points. Ludwig takes it out on the left side of the basket. Ludwig, shot fake.
So they get some off-ball movement going. No one's moving their feet.
Ludwig's pass goes out of bounds. You mentioned, Peter, when nobody's moving, it's very hard to set up an offense, and the Cougars function primarily on the motion basis.
Right, when we see this Cougars offense succeed is when they're moving around the perimeter and getting those open looks from three. Just didn't see it on that possession.
Good help side defense from Ellis. Denies Klein of the easy shot in the paint. Wade pulls up in the paint. Swirls it down. Good move by Wade inside. Averages 14 points a game. Junior leads the team in minutes played as well, coming into this game with almost 36. Offensive foul drawn by Ludwig on Guerrero. That's one of the things Ludwig is very good at, is the one-on-one defense and drawing those offensive fouls. We've seen her a lot of times throughout this year taking the charges, and on that she just got Guerrero to extend her arm a little bit too much.
Right, Ludwig plays very aggressive defensively, likes to get up in her opponent's face. That draws some physicality, which of course can lead to fouls. So, like you said, Carter, very good at drawing those offensive fouls.
McGregor inside to Wade. She loses it. Both players are on the ground. Jump ball is called. 4 substitutes for the Eagles. Into the game now. Emma Rupp, Kenzie Seffner, Kaylee Norby, as well as Lexi Walter. 16 on the shot clock. Gates pulls up. Shot off the mark. Ellis, strong board and strong putback. She's not very tall, Peter, but she definitely has the strength that many other players don't possess. Another board for Ellis.
So something you could tell the Cougars might have been missing their first couple games.
Almost a beautiful transition basket. McGregor with the board, no good. Contact inside, no foul call. Now McGregor's in the corner fighting with Seffner. And finally a jump ball is called. It'll go to the Eagles. The early going of this game, Peter, looks like the referees are going to let both teams play it out inside.
So both teams are playing pretty physical, aggressive right now. I like to see the refs just let them go at it as long as nothing gets too out of hand.
Klein, spin around, misses everything.
So good post-up defense there from McGregor, using her height to her advantage.
Cougars start to get the ball moving. Comes with a handoff to Ludwig. Gates gives it to Wade, 10 on the shot clock. Corner three from Gates, high. Off the mark, out of bounds. Last touch by McGregor. It'll go to the Eagles.
So we saw the Cougars start to get some motion going, but most of it was around the perimeter. Kind of like to see some more cuts to the middle. They were trying it earlier in their game and it was working. They just weren't putting the ball through the hoop. Kind of like to see those cuts to the middle a bit more as the game progresses.
Claudia Ferris, the freshman guard from Janesville, Wisconsin, in for the Eagles. She has the ball guarded by Gates. Norby now swings it over to Rupp. Underhand shot, fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Ludwig picks up the foul, her first, team second. Bailey Steinkamp checks back into the game for Princess Gates. Rupp, a 42% free throw shooter in her career. Makes both, 1 point game, 4:26 left in the first quarter. Cougars up 7-6.
See Eagles backing off on that full court pressure we saw earlier in the game. They're trying to be a little unpredictable on how they're going to play defense.
Able to get a hand on it inside was Norby. Turnover the Cougars. Roth trying to take it all the way.
So someone's got to pick her up. Almost took that coast to coast right there.
Wade slowing it down for the Cougars. Already with 3 turnovers in the quarter. Steinkamp. And one! Off one leg, laid it high off the backboard. And Bailey Steinkamp goes to the free throw line to try to finish a 3-point play. Peter, that's taking it strong inside.
Yeah, we're starting to see why Steinkamp is an all-MAC honorable mention last year. Been a shame she hasn't been able to see too many minutes due to injuries this season, but ideally if Coach Lauren Martin can work her into the rotation a bit more, she adds another scoring dimension in this Cougars offense.
Steinkamp completes the 3-point play, makes it a 4-point ball game. Warp less alone in the corner, feeds it inside for Walter. Whistle and a travel call, took one too many steps. And now another 4-player substitution for the Eagles. Emma Klein, Vivian Guerrero, Sydney Ignorfo, I should say, have all returned. Ellis, elbow jumper, hits the side of the rim. Rebound by Klein. Cougars now in a full court pressure. Steinkamp fouls Pikulik. Her first, team's third.
So you mentioned the Eagles had another 4-person substitution. Done that a couple times this game. You look at their minutes played per game, there's not much disparity among all the players. So head coach for the Eagles likes to give all the players a chance on the court each game.
And one player with double-digit points averaging per game as Sydney Ignorfo hits the 3-pointer. Emma Klein leads Eagles scorers with almost 11 points a game. She also leads the team in minutes with 31.
Right. Klein seems to be the main factor of that offense, which is why she's on the court the most.
Wade takes it, pulls up, just outside of the key and misses the rim, hits the backboard. Klein picks it out to Ignorfo. The shot hits brick. Offensive board pulled down by Guerrero. Ignorfo, her open 3 look is no good. McGregor not able to finish inside again. She's now 0-3 from the field. Guerrero a 3. Swishes it through, draws a timeout by Coach Martin. First timeout taken by the Cougars. 30-second timeout. Eagles have stormed back to take a 2-point lead over the Cougars. 2:01 remaining in the first quarter here in Geisman Gymnasium. .10 is our score, 2:01 remaining in the first quarter. Cougars have been held scoreless for the last 2 minutes, and the Eagles have gone in a 6-0 run to take the lead for the first time in this game.
So I like the defense from the Cougars. We were talking about it before the game, Carter. Cougars allow 117 points in the first quarter.
Foul called on the Eagles.
They can limit that in this first quarter against Edgewood. That'd be a great start for them, but like you said, they got to start putting the ball through the basket as well.
Vivian Guerrero, her second personal foul. She'll take a seat on the bench. And she is replaced by Kaylee Norby. But yes, Peter, that 117 to 48 points scored between opponents and Edgewood is a big difference maker when you look at some of the teams they've played. Hope College, they lose that game in the first game of the season by a score of 104 to 59. His other ranked opponent, UW Oshkosh, lost 78-46. UW Clare as well. Steinkamp, her jumper's no good. Ball is poked around. Another rebound by Klein. She now has 4 rebounds. Steal by Steinkamp, 2-on-1. Bounce pass to Wade, shot fake. Some contact, Wade's on the ground. Ball still going around to the Edgewood bench. Steinkamp keeps it in play. Gates an open look. Hits back iron and falls through.
So that play started with Steinkamp on the defensive end. It's kind of the last stop for the Cougars. If that pass got by her, it'd be to an open eagle in the middle of the court, middle of the post.
Cougars now 2 of 3 from three-point land. 47 seconds left in the quarter, 13 on the shot clock. 3 by Ignorfo. Shot's no good. Ellis with the rebound.
So good close out there by Wade, putting some pressure on the shooter. Keep Eagles cold from 3.
11-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Steinkamp looks up and will slowly get ready to make a move. Step back shot. Offensive board by Wade.
A nice effort by Wade there.
Ellis a 3. Bang! Michaela Ellis faces the crowd as the Cougars now are 3 of 4 from the three-point arc. Eagles trying to get a last-second shot off before the end of the quarter. Feed it inside for Norby. Gets it off. And the Eagles get a last-second basket to close out the first quarter. But a thrilling ending to the first quarter between the Eagles and the Cougars. Cougars are up by 2 by a score of 16-14. We'll take a quick break as both teams take a water break and get ready to start second quarter action here on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back to the Cougar Sports Network as we get a last look at that three-pointer from Michaela Ellis to close out the first quarter as the Cougars are living in three-point land, 3 of 4 from behind the arc. And Peter, that is an exciting first action of basketball we've seen from the Cougars. They came out from the start and finished the quarter, 16 points. Good way to start the game.
I think something to focus on is they've only taken 4 threes so far. I like that selectiveness. They're averaging 26 a game. They're on pace for 16 this game. So I like they're being a little bit more selective with their three-pointers. Hopefully that'll get that percentage up.
Cougars also struggling inside the paint, 6 of 21 from the field. McGregor, high off the backboard. Her first bucket of the game.
Say McGregor, she's got the rebounds down. She currently ranks 4th in the NAC in rebounds per game with just under 12. She can add that post scoring to her resume as well. She'll be a dangerous threat for the Cougars.
Tough shot by Norby. Eagles get it back. And a 2 called by the referee from Abby Shane.
That'll be about the longest 2 you'll find.
Jaylene Wade looking for some help. Her pass goes out of bounds. Another turnover for the Cougars.
So that's one of those turnovers that's just frustrating to see. The Eagles really didn't have much to do, and it was just an errant pass. Hope the Cougars clean that up a little, get that turnover number down they've been struggling with all season.
Sarah Ludwig replaces Steinkamp, one of the better defenders for the Cougars. Missed shot. Wade pulls it in the other direction quickly. Ellis looks to the bench to Coach Martin to set up the offense. One-on-one inside. Leaves it just a little bit short of the rim.
You can tell Ellis is trying to get back in that groove.
Foul from Ludwig on Klein. It's going to be Ludwig's second. Klein making her first trip to the free throw line of the game. Makes the first. 64% free throw shooter in her career. Junior from Burlington, Wisconsin. Makes the second. Ties the game back up. Making her first appearance of the game for the Cougars, Ava Gardner. Came out to a hot start. Struggled in the last game against Concordia University, Wisconsin. Was just coming off the bench in this game after starting all 4 games prior. Foul called on Eden Bonzer. He was slipping and sliding inside the paint a couple of times. You could hear the crowd react.
Sure, what's going on down there might need one of the sweat mops right there.
Gardner travels, take an extra step, trying to get inside. Checking in for the Cougars, Mackenzie Strawlin, her 3rd game she's played in, averages 5.5 minutes a game.
So going back to Gardner, you can tell Coach Martin's just trying to do something to get her back to her scoring ways she had early in the season.
Klein makes her first basket from the field in the game. She now has 4 points.
See if pulling Gardner off the bench could get her a bit more of a spark.
Gates is fouled on the way up. We'll wait to see what the foul is called on. Foul is called on number 14, Callie Norby. Checking back in for the Eagles, Emma Rupp. You mentioned Princess Gates has served as a great bench player for the Cougars throughout the year. Misses the first free throw.
So it'll be interesting to see what kind of player Gates turns into. Obviously, she's played well off the bench, but that doesn't always translate to starter quality. We, of course, hope it does, but some players are better suited just to come off that bench and provide that scoring spark that we've seen Gates do throughout the season.
Gates had 10 points off the bench against North Central College, her season high. As Ellis is playing good defense outside on the arc. Eagles looking for a shot, comes from Pikulik. Hits 2 times off the rim, pulled down by Ellis.
It's a good hand there by Strawlin right in her face.
Gardner gets going with the 3. Cougars keep it rolling.
So despite being cold the last couple of games, Gardner is still tied for 7th in the NEC in 3-pointers per game with 1.5. Still a strong element of her game.
Eagles try to answer back. Luckily get bailed out by an offensive board. Another shot from Rupp, no good. Another board for the Eagles, keeping it alive. Ellis able to put a stop to the Eagles' possession with another rebound.
So defensive rotation's got to be a little sharper for the Cougars. We saw a couple open threes for the Eagles. They just weren't able to connect on them. Eagles allow those open shooters.
Ellis with 6 rebounds leads all players in the game. The shot goes in and out. Kicks off the foot of Bonzer. She picks up her dribble and able to get it back.
So Ellis, speaking on her rebounding, she led the team last year with 7.4 per game.
Ellis fouls Pikulik on the way up. Free throws will follow. Allison McGregor checks in for the Cougars, replaces Ellis. Kenzie Seffner, Claudia Ferris replace Bonzer and Shane. Kulik misses the first free throw. 67% on the season from the charity stripe. Averages about 5 points a game. Misses both. Cougars catch a break, able to keep a 1-point lead with just under 6 minutes to play in the quarter. Acrobatic finish by Gates.
Yeah, that's the element of her game that we really like to see, is her athleticism, being able to cut through the basket and do some pretty great stuff in the air.
Good move inside and take by Claudia Ferris. Eagles now have 8 points inside the paint. Cougars with 10 in the same department. McGregor going to work on Kulik. Tries to give it to Gardner. Hits off the foot of Ferris. Little pull-up shot just outside of the paint by Klein. She is fouled by Strawlin.
Eagles have been using those long entry passes a lot this game, trying to get those odd number rushes. Cougars have been doing a pretty good job collapsing into the post and preventing them. This one resulted in a couple free throws here.
Lexi Walter into the game for Diamond Kulik. Klein now 4-4 from the free throw line. Eagles have a 1-point advantage over the Cougars, 24-23. Wade, elbow extended jumper.
Wade likes that mid-range game, cutting in to that middle of the range and then just letting fly some shots, and it works out for her pretty well.
Wade with 4 points. Cougars catch another break. Walter with the foul. McGregor goes down with the ball and draws a foul as well. Claudia Ferris, the culprit of that one. Ferris, that's her first foul. Team's third. Michaela Ellis back into the game. David Gardner to the bench for the Cougars. Knocked out of bounds by Ferris.
Cougars look a little hesitant to move their feet off the ball. They got to get something going, get some screen set, something to get some open looks that they just aren't getting right now.
Nice crossover by Wade. Shot off the mark. Ferris going the other way. Gives it up to Ropp. Offensive board. The shot missed. McGregor with the board, I should say. And everything starts offensively with Wade. Nice pass inside to McGregor, but she took a little bunny hop before she put it up. And Peter, if they can get Wade going off a screen or just into some open court, you know, options open up for the Cougars offense. And you mentioned it helps when the other 4 Cougars on the floor are moving around.
Right. When the other 4 are just standing still, that's easy for defenses to guard because you don't really have to move. You just have to focus on what Wade is doing. But if you get everyone moving and cutting towards the middle, then it makes the offense a little bit more unpredictable, and that opens up those looks for Wade to hit. And
I would guess it also helps the team look for threes as they're 4 or 5 from the field in three-point land right now.
Right, I talked earlier about how I like that they're being a little bit more selective, but maybe they should even let a couple more go because, like you said, Carter, they're hitting on just about all of them.
Ellis a step back. Rebound by McGregor. She's been a beast offensively all year. Gives it back inside. Ellis second chance. Basket no good. She's cooled off a little bit since the beginning of the game. Another good move inside. Another spin around for Ferris.
So just a little better positioning in the post is needed. Both Cougars defenders just kind of stuck their arms up. Eagles able to spin her way to the basket, get a little bit more in front of her and prevent that cut to the basket.
Cougars have been held scoreless in the last 2 minutes of the game. Ellis trying to take it inside herself.
I think the Cougars are relying on Ellis and Wade a little bit too much.
Good mid-range jumper from Emma Klein forces another timeout by Coach Martin. It'll be a full timeout. Eagles have jumped out to a 5-point lead with 2:26 remaining in the first half. We'll have more action on the Cougar Sports Network in a few. After the full timeout called by the Cougars, Sydney Lloyd checks in for the first time in the game. A three-point shooter coming off the bench, trying to re-spark the Cougars offense. He's only taken 10 shots so far in the second quarter, compared to their 21 in the first. Wade tried to go behind the back. The pass is thrown away by Paul. Jump ball called. Eagles keep possession.
So the Cougars go to the Wade isolation play there again, try to play off the McGregor screen, but I think they're just relying on Wade and Ellis to make something happen by themselves a little too much. They got to remember they have 3 other players on the court as well. And even then, they're not really doing any two-man game with those two as well. They're just kind of giving the ball to one and hoping she can do something on her own. So spread the ball a little bit more. Be good for the Cougars.
Ludwig comes in for Wade and a much-deserved break. Between Ellis, Gates, and Wade, the trio are 6 of 20 from the field. The team is 10 of 31. Difficult pass down to the baseline for Bonzer.
So outside of those 3 you just mentioned as well, no other Cougar has more than 1 field goal. So again, they're really relying on those 3 players.
Gates takes it inside, loses it, tries to get it back, but the Eagles take it away.
So McGregor was open in the post. Gates is able to thread that ball through the 3-man Eagle defense, which is a tough challenge. McGregor would have had an easy look at the basket.
Wade comes back into the game for Lloyd. Grab a cup of water. Comes right back in. I mentioned leads the team in minutes per game. And this is a big part right here for the Cougars, trying to carry momentum into halftime. Down by 7. They need to get something going here. They've been held scoreless for almost 4 minutes now.
So they might not be able to tie it before half, but at least get something going, something to build off of when we come back after half. You don't want to go into half on a scoring drought.
Largest lead of the game for the Eagles. Foul is called on Maddie Paul. calls first personal foul. Minute and 7 seconds remaining in the half. Wade able to get it right on the paint. Wade a three. It's off the backboard and rim. Another board by McGregor. She gives it away to Roth. A blocking foul called on Sarah Ludwig. Emma Klein was going up for the layup. That's one of those, Peter, where it looked like Ludwig just moved her feet at the last moment. That's what drew the foul call on her.
So we talked about it on the air on this broadcast. Ludwig likes playing physical, likes playing aggressive. Draws a lot of offensive fouls on her, but sometimes it backfires when she gets called for the foul.
So she has to take a seat because she has 3 personal fouls. Chloe Shasma and Bailey Steinkamp in for the Cougars. Allison McGregor will come to the bench. Abby Shane, Claudia Ferris in for the Eagles. Bonzer and Ignofo out for the Eagles in the substitution. Klein makes the first free throw, makes the second. She is now the only and first player in the game to reach double-digit scoring with 10 points. She also has 6 rebounds. That helps when you're 6 of 6 from the free throw line, Peter. Getting those opportunities on the contact and layups.
So getting those free baskets.
Wade, a good take inside, ends the scoreless drought of almost 4 minutes and 30 seconds for the Cougars. Gardner with the rebound, shot clock off.
So we got a chance here for a 4 or 5 point swing.
Steinkamp, nice finish with the left hand.
So they see if they can keep them scoreless for the rest of the half. Go in, riding that 4-point streak.
Last touch by Gates, out of bounds in front of the scorers table. Eagles will inbound with 14.2 seconds remaining. Foul called on Gates. That's Gates' first personal foul. Draws the bonus for the Eagles. So Klein 6 of 6 from the line, make it 7 of 7. 70%, almost 70% free throw shooter on the season. Makes both. Eagles back out to a 7-point lead. Cougars taking the last shot. Shaftsma sets a screen for Wade. Step back. Off the mark. Klein will chuck it up, but it's no good as the time expired before the shot. And the score going into halftime. Eagles up 36-29 over the Cougars. Peter, Cougars were able to catch fire a little bit towards the end of the quarter. But again, it was just the middle periods of that quarter that really kind of slowed the offense. That 4-minute, 30-second drought really hampered their ability to do anything.
It's been a bit of a streaky game for the Cougars. We've seen multiple few-minute-long scoring droughts for them, and all of a sudden they score in some bursts. So some more consistent play would be key for the Cougars in that second half. Also, we've mentioned it before, spreading the ball around a bit more. They're kind of over-reliant on Gates, Wade, and Alice. They're getting good work done, but we want to keep that defense on their toes and a little unpredictable on who's going to be taking that shot.
Concordia Chicago dance team will perform, and we'll take the rest of the break in halftime, and we'll come back with a recap of the first half and second half action basketball on the Cougars Sports Network. Welcome back. Carter Gledhill, Peter Borkowski with you on the call today between Edgewood College and the Concordia University Chicago Cougars. Eagles are up right now by a score of 36-29. Cougars came a little bit back in the end of the first half, Peter, but really the Eagles were able to control a lot of that second quarter because they were forcing turnovers and also just really disrupting the Cougars offensively.
Right, it's been a streaky game for the Cougars offense, to say the least. Couple long, few-minute-long scoring droughts have struck the Cougars. So a bit more consistent offense all the way through would be key for the Cougars here in that second half.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stats from that half, brought to you by our producer, Julia Beers. And as you can see, the Cougars actually shooting pretty well from three-point arc, shooting 4 of 7. They are also shooting 12 of 36 in the game to bring their field goal percentage to 33 points. The Eagles, on the other side, have benefited greatly from the free throw line. They're 10 of 12 in the game. Emma Klein, a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line. She has a game-high 12 points. That's really been the separating factor between these two teams, Peter.
Right, we talked about a little at the beginning of the game in terms of turnovers and being disciplined in that regard, but you also have to be disciplined in regards to your personal fouls. You don't want to give a team easy free points. In the Eagles' case, they've gotten 10 points from the charity stripe, so more disciplined basketball should be in order for the Cougars.
And for both teams that average 20 turnovers a game, the Eagles have 6, the Cougars have 9, but another difference maker between that, the Eagles have 10 points off those turnovers of the Cougars with only 5 off the Eagles.
We've seen the Cougars a couple of long entry passes, almost from half court at points. They really like those odd man rushes into the Cougars zone. So, like you said, those turnovers, they might be about even, but Eagles are definitely making more out of those turnovers than the Cougars are.
We've had 10 lead changes in this game. The Cougars have possessed the ball for a majority of the game, just over 11 minutes on offense. Eagles scored 22 points in the last quarter, Cougars with only 13. And that's how we have the scores, what we're at right now with the Eagles up 7 as we're getting ready to start second half basketball here in Geisman Gymnasium. Want to give a quick shout out to our production team, Julia Beers, Katie Schrems, Parker Kelly, Wyatt McLaughlin, Sydney Pulaskis-Laher, Ryan McGee, as well as Chandler Kerr under the direction of Kayla McLeod, Justin Dorseth, and the Athletic Communications Director, CJ Selner, making it all possible here on the Cougars Sports Network. The Cougars will take the ball out to start the half. They'll be going right to left on your screen. On the court for the Cougars, Jaylene Wade, Sarah Ludwig, Princess Gates, Michaela Ellis, and Bailey Steinkamp. For the Eagles, on the court to start the half, Abby Shane, as well as Emma Klein, Eden Bosner, Vivian Guerrero, and Diamond Pikulik. Ellis needs some help. Trying to draw the 5-second count was the Eagles. Ball hits off the referee. They get lucky. Keeps it on their side. No over and back call there. 13 seconds on the shot clock.
So the Eagles are coming out firing on defense.
Reach and foul called on Abby Shane. That's her first foul, team's first.
Just kind of pestering the Cougars offense right now. A lot of hands flying around, a lot of close face guarding. There's being an annoyance right now on the Cougar side.
Eagles with 5 steals in the game, Cougars with only 1. You mentioned poking in, trying to snatch it from the Cougars. Ellis one-on-one. Her jump shot misses. Taking it all the way inside is Eden Bonsner.
So someone's got to pick up on her a little sooner. We saw Steinkamp do it, but at that point, Bonsner had so much momentum. Steinkamp just couldn't get her feet set on defense before Bonsner flew by her into the basket.
Another foul called on Abby Shane. So she picks up 2 quick personal fouls to start the second half.
So the Cougars could get some free throw help of their own. They only took 3 in that first half, as opposed to the Eagles' 12. Drawing fouls might have been on the halftime talk from Coach Lauren Martin.
Ellis able to go inside. Nice move off of Pikulik. And that's what the Cougars need to start doing more of if they want to get inside, is quick movement on the perimeter and one move and go inside, as we just saw from Ellis. Easy rebound and put back by Pekulik.
So you want to talk about that cutting really quick. The Cougars, they have the movement around the perimeter down. It's just like you said, they need to start moving towards the post more. The players are just moving, looking for almost, looks like they're looking for some open threes, but cut towards the post a bit more.
Another basket for Ellis. Back-to-back possessions. Ball is tipped by the Cougars. Pekulik able to give it back inside to Guerrero. Another easy finish for the Eagles, an uncontested layup.
Say all the Cougars needed to get back on that one. There's a 3-2 disadvantage there for the Cougars. Defenses are often told if you don't know where assignment is, just collapse to the middle.
Gates with a finish. She'll go to the line for an extra free throw. And as you've seen, both teams now attacking the paint. Cougars with 18 points inside, the Eagles with 20. Ava Gardner checks in for Bailey Steinkamp. Claudia Ferris in for the Eagles. Basket's good. As we mentioned, taking it inside will get you to the free throw line, Peter. And for that, Cougars only had 3 free throw attempts and a 1 of 3. High finish off the backboard, Guerrero laying it in. And now a costly turnover as the Cougars turn it over on the inbound.
Those turnovers you just don't like to see. You don't like to see any turnover, of course, but the Eagles really didn't factor in on that. That was just a slip up on the Cougars' part.
Gardner able to hedge out and stop Klein initially, but another putback for the Eagles. And Coach Martin is not liking what she's seeing defensively for the Cougars to start the second half. As the Eagles are up by 10 with 7:28 remaining here in Geisman Gymnasium. As Sweet Caroline comes to an end from the Cougar Pep Band, play resumes. Good feed inside from Wade. Turnaround shot from Gardner, way off the mark. Foul is called. Foul called on Jaylene Wade. Her second foul, team's first of the quarter.
The Cougars offense has come out in this second half looking really good. It's their defense that is struggling right now. They just can't seem to stop anything the Eagles are throwing at them. Big reason Coach Lauren Martin took that timeout, trying to slow things down.
Eagles 5 of 7 to start the third quarter. Klein overstepped and tried to come back. Her shot just misses. Cougars trying to get Ava Gardner going. She'll kick it out. Good movement on the outside. Gets it to Wade in the corner. Goes behind the back, loses it, and he'll have to pull out and reset. Gardner. Shots off.
I like what Ludwig was thinking there. Cut towards the middle, then kick it outside. That's how you get those open threes. Collapse the defense and then put it to the perimeter. Just couldn't hit on that one.
Gardner takes it for the Cougars off of the Shane missed three. Cougars are again scoreless for another 2 minutes. Another miss from Ellis. She's now 4-12 in the game from the field. Was Klein able to get it back to one of her teammates in Bonsner. She's slow to get up. Able to get it in the post on Gardner. Hands it off to Bonzer, and a foul is called. Goes against Sarah Ludwig, who has 4 fouls. So she has to be careful. Allison McGregor, starting to the half on the bench, comes in for Princess Gates. Chloe Schaafsma returns and replaces Ludwig. Bonzer makes the first free throw. Makes both. Bonzer exceeding what her career average is of only 4 points a game, now with 6. She's averaged 8 on the season, so an uptick for the sophomore guard. Foul called on the Eagles. It'll go against Emma Rupp, I should say. The Cougars are trying to feed it inside to Ellis. McGregor finally gets it to her. Good defense from Ferris. Ignafo's pass inside for Pekulik, too hot to handle. Cougars will inbound with 5:01 remaining in the quarter.
I think it's those cutters to the inside that are kind of getting to the Cougars defense right now. Didn't work out on that play for the Eagles, but you've seen it's just been wreaking havoc on this Cougars defense all quarter.
Gardner loses control. It's a transition 3 for Ignafo. Rebound pulled down by McGregor. He now has 9 boards in the game.
Nice pass there by Ellis all the way down to Gardner. This looked like a Lonzo Ball type play there.
Gardner with 5 points. Cougars trying to climb back. 10-point deficit. Ellis applying ball pressure to Ferris. She's able to slip past the defense and draw a foul inside. Goes against Ellis. Eagles return to the free throw line again. 12 of 14 as a team. Will be the first free throw attempts for Ferris. As a team on the season, the Eagles are shooting 62% from the charity stripe. Miss from Ferris. Now 13 of 16 as a team are the Eagles, 81% in the game for free throws. Double team on Wade. Able to slip it to Ellis. Foul called on Claudia Ferris. That'll be her second foul. 3 Eagles check in. Eden Bonzer, Emma Klein, Abby Shane.
Cougars are in the bonus now. Good job in that regard. We talked about how they should have gotten some more fouls. So they should have tried a bit better to draw some more fouls, I should say. They've already got 5 against them this quarter. They had 4 all of the second quarter. So Cougars definitely making some improvements in that regards.
Need to capitalize on those opportunities when you get the chance. Down 11. Cougars are shooting 64% of free throws as a team on the season. They're now 3 of 6 in the game. Both teams have been struggling from the field in the quarter. McGregor in a fight right now with Pikulik. Will stay with the Eagles. Vivian Guerrero in for Emma Rupp.
McGregor, she's only got 2 points on the day, but I like how aggressive she's being in terms of trying just to snag that ball from Eagles' hands. Sharpen up on defense a little on that play.
Klein with another basket, 16 points for her. Leads the game in scoring. Gardner met by a wall of defense in Vivian Guerrero.
So you got to move the ball in those kinds of plays.
Airball 3 from Bonzer. Good look and good pass from Shane.
Just not enough on it.
Eagles 2 of 12 from three-point arc. Compared to the Cougars 4 of 8. McGregor's pass is stolen by Guerrero. Pulls up at the block, misses, an offensive board by Klein. Guerrero 3, off the mark.
It's good transition defense for the Cougars. Ellis shut down the one-on-one, and then Shaftsma and I believe it was McGregor got in quick enough to stop that secondary helper. That left just Ellis in the one-on-one, and I should mention Ellis maxed out Defensive Player of the Year last year. You aren't going to win many one-on-ones with her.
Princess Gates, Josie Call. Call checks in for the first time in the game. She's played in now 4 games for the Cougars. Gives it inside to Shaftsma. Good finish high off the backboard.
So this is what the Cougars need, are some more secondary scorers to help that main trio from kind of carrying the weight today, especially Ellis and Wade. Gates has also been in that conversation.
Shane has it up top, guarded by Wade. Eagles have been attacking the inside this entire quarter and are rewarded again by another basket from Guerrero. She now reaches double-digit scoring with 11 points.
Guerrero stands at 6'1", definitely using her height to her advantage right now. Just towering over those Cougar defenders for those layups.
Bonzer losing it to Gates. Wade on the ground, keeps it in play, but gives it up to the Eagles. After all that, Eagles have possession. Klein not able to finish. Forward from Guerrero, intercepted by Gates in the breakaway. And a good layup, as that's the defense the Cougars need to start playing.
So they didn't get a turnover on that mid-court scuffle there, but I like the energy from it. I think they've just lacked a little effort on the defensive end this quarter.
Another spin around shot right outside of the paint on the block from Guerrero. And a stoppage of play. It looks like Guerrero has to come to the bench with a bloody nose. She'll be replaced by Claudia Ferris. Cougars with the last steal by Gates brings their total to 3 in the game. Eagles now with 9. That's another difference in one of the box score stats, separating factor between the teams. Ellis will take a break for the remainder of the quarter. Steinkamp checks in. 52 seconds remaining. Steinkamp tripped up. Able to get it to Gates, and she'll get it back. 14 on the shot clock, has it on the wing. A 3. And there it goes from Steinkamp, letting it fly.
A little shake and bake action there from Steinkamp. Just pulls a move on her defender, hits that step back 3.
Foul by Wade It was Steinkamp's first 3 on the game. And the Cougars are shooting very well from the three-point arc. 5 of 9, that's 55% in the game. They've been more selective in their shooting, but have been able to cash in on the opportunities when they get the chance.
You almost wonder if they should be taking a couple more the way they're shooting them. Obviously, you don't want to take, unwarranted shots that are just shots for shots' sake, but they're making over half their threes right now. It might be worth the effort just to see if you can keep them falling in.
Quick 3 from Shane, able to get it back to Kulik. Over the reverse court. Shasma, athletic play to keep it in. 3 seconds, Steinkamp puts the moves on Klein, takes it up. Not able to get it to fall. Peter, final note in that quarter, Cougars have scored the most points of the game in a quarter with 17. They took the least amount of shots with only 14, as well as only 2 3-pointers and the 1 make from Steinkamp. What do they need to do in this final quarter in order to climb back into this one down by 9?
I think they got the hot hand right now. I think they just got to start putting them up and hope they start falling in to make up this big deficit they're facing.
As we mentioned, Cougars taking the least amount of shots in a quarter in the game with only 14 in the third. Able to cash in on 7 of those shots. 1 and 2 from 3-point with a Steinkamp 3 in that final ending of the third quarter. Eagles able to put up 19 points in the third as well. And a big factor right now for the Eagles offensively that has been a driving force has been Emma Klein, who has 16 points, 11 rebounds, so another double-double for Klein, but 8 of 8 from the free throw line. She's been taking it inside very well and drawing the fouls, and has put some of the Cougars into foul trouble, as we mentioned, with Sarah Ludwig with 4, Jaylene Wade with 3, Michaela Ellis with 2.
So speaking on Klein, she's not the biggest player out there. She only stands at 5'9", but that means when she is able to cut into that post, some of those taller players are going to be a bit more physical against her, and that's how she's drawn 8 free throws so far this game.
Don't be fooled by the Eagles' record of 0-5. They played 3 ranked opponents, and in their last game against UW-Eclair, who is now ranked 11th in the nation, they lost 80-43. But this Eagle team 2 years ago finished with a record of 23-5. And the Cougars are trying to get back in the winning column, in the winning game, as their last win and only win of the season has come on November 13th against Blackburn College by a 20-point victory over the Beavers. Travel called on Rupp. Big quarter here for the Cougars as they've been down for most of the second half. They're able to climb back in at some points. They need to start getting things going offensively. Peter, you mentioned taking more shots because they've been hitting the shots that they've been taking as well. Good 3-point shots as well as inside looks.
Well, there's something to be said about being selective with your shots, but at some point you just got to take them.
Nice move from Steinkamp.
Steinkamp does just that.
Steinkamp now with 10 points. Good deflection by Wade. It goes out of bounds in the Eagles bench. Cougars are on a 5-0 run in the last 2 minutes of this game, sending back into the third quarter.
Been saying it all game as well, but finding some secondary scoring help for the Cougars could be key as well. They've really relied on Wade and Ellis, but both of them are shooting under 50 right now.
Klein's first 3 is no good. Another 3 from Shane is off. Stofsma able to get the board. Wade going the other way.
So I think it's such a key factor here for Steinkamp to find her scoring groove. She was second on the team in points per game last year.
2-on-1 opportunity for the Eagles. Emma Rupp takes it all the way herself. She has 4 points in the game. Steinkamp late on the pass. First shot's deflected by Klein. The referee will say Klein actually got Steinkamp's hand and will call a foul. So 3 free throws coming for Bailey Steinkamp.
Make up a lot of ground right here.
Michaela Ellis in for Shafsma. Vivian Guerrero checks back into the game after having to depart with what appeared to be a bloody nose. Will replace Lexi Walter. Steinkamp makes the first free throw. 80% free throw shooter in her career for the Cougars. Coach Martin is definitely happy that one of her top scorers from last season has returned and playing big minutes. She makes all 3. Steinkamp now with 13 points. Her previous season high was 3 points against Blackburn College. She's now played in 14 minutes in this game. So productive in the minutes that she's played in. She's starting to ease her way back into a bigger role for the team.
You don't want to overplay her too much and risk injuries and everything, but again, she's such a key part of this team offensively, at least. It's kind of hard to keep her out of that lineup, especially when you put some points on the board.
Strong board from Guerrero, reaching over Call. Kicks it out from the paint to Ferris. Another board for Klein. A foul is called. They'll go against Bailey Steinkamp.
You'll notice a bit of an interesting choice by Coach Lauren Martin right now. She doesn't have one of her taller players out on the floor. That's why we're seeing Edgewood grab a lot of these rebounds right now. Ellis is a pretty good rebounder, but she's sticking to the perimeter.
Gates called for over the back. Another foul for the freshman. Gates with 2 fouls now. 7:41 remaining in the game. Cougars able to climb back into this one now, down by 6. And an offensive foul is called. Emma Klein got too much of the screen, moved her feet. Eagles were up by as much as 12 points at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Cougars have climbed back. Gates snaps it away from the Eagles. An offensive board, her 2nd rebound in the game. She has 12.
Looked like an angry rebound there. Ripped that out of the hand of the Eagles player.
Steinkamp fouls Guerrero on the way up. Steinkamp now with 3 fouls. Cougars with 3 fouls in the quarter. Eagles with 2. Guerrero misses the first free throw. It's her first trip to the charity stripe in the game. You mentioned the Eagles have been shooting 13 of 17 from free throws. Make that 14 of 18. Jaylene Wade checks in for Josie Call. Wade quiet in this game with only 6 points. She's been dishing it out with 2 assists and 5 rebounds. The Cougars would like to see her get going. Ludwig open 3, short.
So those are the kind of 3 the Cougars have been looking for. It's also one of those you got to connect on them. Wide open, no contest.
Eagles with good ball movement. Taking it inside was Rupp, and then she was fouled hard by Ellis. Ellis with 3 fouls. So now 4 starters for the Cougars with 3 or more fouls. Ava Gardner will play Sarah Ludwig. Sarah Ludwig has 4, Steinkamp with 3, Jaylene Wade with 3, Michaela Ellis with 3.
Cougars did a good job limiting them last quarter. They only had 4. They've already matched that total about halfway through the 4th quarter with 4 in this quarter as well. So they'd be a bit more disciplined if they want to get their way back into this one.
Warp gets the extra roll from the free throw. She's now 4-4 from the free throw line in the game. Now we have a stoppage in play. Referees will be discussing. We await the official word. Looks like there is something off with the shot clock or game clock. So shot clock will go down to 26 seconds. And I'm assuming the game clock will follow with another 4 seconds taken off. So it's 6:38 with 26 seconds on the shot clock. Baseline drive, Wade, too strong, Gates fouled. Whereas only being 5'7", Gates has been getting her fair share of rebounds on the offensive boards in this game. She now has 2, and she'll go back to the free throw line.
She's just an aggressive player in all aspects of the game. She loves cutting to the basket. She loves going for those rebounds and ripping them out of other players' hands. So I love the energy that Gates brings to the floor for the Cougars.
Cougars with 33 rebounds, Eagles with 37. First miss from the free throw line in the quarter for the Cougars. Both free throws missed by Gates. Ludwig able to steal it away. The Cougars have it still with a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Good vision, Steinkamp inside and 1. Princess Gates with another finish inside. Princess Gates has come to play with 14 points. Steinkamp with the assist, her 3rd. Cougars back within 5.
Gates taking a sigh of relief there, making up for those 2 missed free throws. She wants to complete the 3-point play here.
And good defense from Ludwig, catching the Eagles sleeping. Another missed free throw from Gates, another board by the Cougars. Steinkamp puts it back. They're down by 3.
I don't know, Coach Lauren Martin might be telling Gates to miss them just so they could get the rebound.
A foul called on Gates on the inbound, and here's where it comes into play, as the Eagles will have the bonus for the remainder of the game. Cougars will have the bonus as well on the next Eagles foul. Now we have a wave of substitutions for both teams. Eden Bonzer checks in for the Eagles. We'll get the other substitutions for you shortly. Klein's first free throw is good. Abby Shane is the other substitution for the Eagles. Klein has been automatic from the free throw line now, 10 of 10 in the game, 18 points. Klein now matches a season high of 18 back against UW La Crosse. Hesitation shot from Eden Bosner. Cougars have now had to slow it down as the Eagles have answered to that offensive rebounding we've seen in that 2-3 possession span for the Cougars.
The Eagles just shut down any momentum the Cougars are trying to get going there.
The Eagles are dialing up the pressure. Gates almost loses it, gives it to Gardner. Off balance layup. Eagles in transition.
I've seen that a lot from Gardner.
Now foul called on Gardner.
Sure, she'll just take it herself to the basket, but she hasn't been connecting on a lot of them, just 2 for 6. And I see if she could cut to the basket and then kick that out to an open player for a mid-range or a three-pointer.
Timeout called by the Cougars. They have 2 remaining. Eagles have been able to calm things down after the Cougars were able to draw within 3. They're back out to a 7-point lead, up 64-57 with 5:15 remaining in the game. Going to the free throw line for the Eagles, Eden Bonzer. 2 of 2 in the game, 8 points.
You mentioned the Eagles now in the bonus. Cougars got to be ultra careful that they don't let this game slip away on free throws. You're going to have to play pretty much perfect basketball in terms of not committing personal fouls.
Gates with 3 fouls. Ava Gardner picked up her first foul on that last play. Sarah Ludwig with 4, Bailey Steinkamp with 3, Jaylene Wade with 3, Michaela Ellis with 3. Only 2 players for the Eagles have 3 fouls, and that is Emma Klein as well as Claudia Ferris. Gates, 6 of 7 from the field in her last 7 shots. Most of them have come inside. Steinkamp crossing it up, rattles in and out. Taking it all the way, kicks it out to Raw. Open look 3 is off the mark. Gates tries to split the defense, and she does.
They got numbers.
Pulls up. Had a chance to give it inside, as you mentioned, Peter. Ellis can't keep it in play. And that's one of those plays that, you know, Peter, if you keep your head up and you start to look, that's when you could have seen that you had Ava Gardner streaking down the left side of the court in an open look.
I think one more would be the key phrase for the Cougars today. A lot of isolation plays that usually leave someone open. They're just not keeping their head up, as you said, and find that one more pass.
Klein misses her shot. She's now 4-13 from the field in the game. The majority of her points coming from the free throw line with 10 of 10. Ellis, that shot can't fall. Cougars have cooled off offensively. Now we're in a 2-minute scoreless drought. Ellis able to grab that rebound away from 2 Eagle defenders. Gives it up to Steinkamp on the wing. Takes it inside, underhand pass to Gardner. Foul is called. We'll go against Eden Bonzer. Substitutions for both teams. Sarah Ludwig checks in for Princess Gates. Vivian Guerrero is replaced by Callie Norby.
Now, if the Cougars are in the bonus as well, you really hope to see them cut towards the middle a lot more. See if they could draw those fouls, play the Eagles game against them almost, and make up some room with free throws.
And they need to start making some of their free throws in this quarter. They've taken more free throws in this quarter than they have in the entire game. They're only 4 of 8 in the fourth quarter in free throws. All other quarters, they have 3 of 6. Ball touched out of bounds by Bonzer. 3:31 remaining in the game.
It could be a big play here for the Cougars. Could be a 3 or 4 point swing, depending on what they hit here. And you get some momentum as we're closing in on the home stretch of this game.
Wade uses a screen from Ellis. foul is called on Abby Shane. Jaylene Wade will go to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus for the remainder of the game. Wade, second on the team in free throw percentage, shooting 87%, knocks down the first. Makes two. Princess Gates checks back in for Bailey Steinkamp. Leading scorer for the Cougars with 15 points. He'll go to the bench. And the Cougars draw up full court pressure.
Those moments that you wish they didn't have to take Steinkamp out of the game. Again, leading scorer for the Cougars right now. But they also want to protect her from any potential injuries she's been dealing with all season.
She's played 19 minutes in this game. Cougars almost able to get a steal, but Klein keeps it in play. And a missed layup from Norby, wide open.
So it could be a huge break for the Cougars if they're able to convert here.
Gardner, nice move inside, floats it, leaves it off just the front of the rim. Gates with another offensive board. Gardner a three, bang! Geisman erupts, and the Cougars are back within two.
So both teams playing really fast right now.
A steal from Ellis.
She's got to look up.
Sees Wade. The Cougars have tied it. Timeout called by the Eagles, and the Cougars have stormed back in the fourth, riding on an 8-point run in the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds. And we've got a tight game here as we reach the later points of this game. We'll take a break. 65-65, 2:33 remaining. We'll be back with more basketball between the Eagles and the Cougars on the Cougar Sports Network. Welcome back to the broadcast. Carter Gleithill joined by Peter Borkowski. Peter, I got to take a step back because the Cougars have been riding an offensive wave and stormed back to tie this game. What have they been doing in that stretch of just over 2.5 minutes that have gotten them back to this point?
I think it's just the energy level for the Cougars. We saw when Edgewood really started to pull away, the Cougars just didn't look like they were playing with much fight in them, but last couple minutes, they're fighting for everything on the court, and that's translated to a tied game.
Full court pressure dialed up by the Cougars. Almost a steal by Ludwig. Ball on the ground, both players colliding. And down on the court is Klein. Looks like she got hit. Gardner takes it in, and it's blocked by Guerrero. Klein was slow to get up after the play. She's holding her right shoulder. Cougars have possession under the basket. Now the Cougars will set up an inbound play. All four of their players stacked up, one on top of the other. Gardner a three. Oh my goodness! Ava Gardner!
I think the Cougars might be passing that hot sauce around on the bench.
Give me the sriracha as the Cougars are now 7-12 from 3 points. And Geisman is starting to feel alive as the energy has picked up. Defense chance, corner three for the Eagles. Rattles in and out, and a foul is called offensive board by Emma Rupp. It'll send her to the free throw line, and it'll depend on who the foul is on. Scorer's table is signaling that it's the 5th foul called on Sarah Ludwig, so she will depart from the game with 3 points, 2 steals. So one of the better defenders for the Cougars is out for the remainder of the game. Bailey Steinkamp will replace Ludwig.
So the last thing the Cougars want right now is to slow this game down. They're really feeding off this quick pace, taking advantage of some sloppy play from the Eagles. They want to keep that pace up, keep getting those little pesky turnovers that they've been picking up the last few minutes.
Rupp makes the first free throw. Misses the second. Offensive board by Klein. Eagles have 20 seconds on the shot clock. Taken inside was Shane. She can't make the layup as she was contested by Michaela Ellis.
So I don't know if you'd believe it, the way the last couple minutes have gone. Eagles still hold the edge in rebounding, 44-42, but Cougars are making the most of it the last couple minutes.
Gardner trying to cross, hits off the foot of Bonzer. 12 seconds on the shot clock, minute 20 remaining. Cougars on a 2-game losing skid after their only win of the season on November 13th against Blackburn College. The Eagles have not won a game the entire season with an 0-5 record. Ellis inside. Strong finish and a big basket by Michaela Ellis, now with 12 points. Cougars have been able to get her going in the middle. Guerrero, offensive board, trying to spin around, poked away by Gates. Both players falling, and a travel is called. Steinkamp fell to the ground. I think she tripped over Gardner. Timeout called by the Eagles. There'll be a 30-second timeout called by head coach Chaya Huff of the Eagles. We'll keep it here. Peter, both teams need to take a breather. Cougars are up by 4 right now.
I think everyone needs to take a breather.
Eagles are playing for their first win of the season. Cougars have not found themselves in any close games this season, and this is a big one right here for them, trying to get their first conference win. What do they defensively, what do you think Coach Martin is drawing up right now? Because their biggest problem has been the paint.
I think the Cougars kind of have the Eagles right where they want them. The Eagles might need to start taking some more threes to make up this deficit under a minute. They're 13th in the NAC in three-point percentage at just under 20. Excuse me, just under 19, I should say. So if the Cougars, as long as they can control the paint, which they've had some difficulties all game, keep the Eagles to that outside, taking those low percentage threes that they have been, I think things will go their way in this last minute.
Eagles have scored 30 points in the paint in this game. I have a stoppage in play before the inbound. The referee has gone over to talk to head coach Huff of the Eagles, clarifying why the ball is being inbounded under the basket. All 4 Eagles at the free throw line. Now we get motion from both teams. Feeding inside to Klein, and a big and one opportunity from Emma Klein. Only her 5th made basket of the game. She has now reached 20 points and a new season high.
I think she's got to miss a free throw at some point. It's 10 for 10 today.
Emma Rupp checks in for Diamond Pikulik. Klein makes the free throw. 3-point play completed. Eagles are now down by 1. Ellis brings the ball up with 50 seconds remaining in the game.
The Cougars, they need to kill some time, but they also need a score.
Jump ball called. Possession favors the Eagles. So now a big stand defensively needs to come for the Cougars, I should say. Diamond Pikulik checks back in for the Eagles. Another timeout called. Eagles will take it out of bounds. It'll be a full timeout. Chloe Shosma checks in late as well for the Cougars. We'll take a breather. 70-69 is the score with 46 remaining in the game between the Eagles and the Cougars. We got a 1-point ball game between the Eagles and the Cougars. The Cougars are up ahead right now with the score of 70-69. We want to give a quick moment to shout out our production crew again. Julia Beers, our producer, Katie Schrems, Parker Kelly, our camera operators, Sydney Pulaskis-Lawher, Wyatt McLaughlin, Chandler Kerr working the scores table, along with CJ Sellner, Kayla McLeod, and Justin Bedorseth. 46 seconds remaining. Ellis defending Ferris on the inbound. Eagles get it to Klein. Gates trying to play defense. McGregor slides over, but it's too late. Eagles jump out over one ahead of the Cougars. Timeout called by Coach Martin. Peter, what happened on that last possession?
Say Klein's just been doing what she's been doing all night, which is she got right to the basket. She likes using her small 5'9" frame to kind of maneuver around the defenders and draw fouls. So not much to it. Got to the basket. Made what was honestly pretty easy layup there. Give Edgewood the late lead.
You mentioned both teams. Big stakes in this game. The Cougars trying to get their first conference win, their second win of the season. Eagles trying to end their 0-5 record and go back into the winning fashion. Cougars have scored the most points in a quarter in this fourth quarter with 24. And they've been very, very aggressive inside as well as from outside, shooting 7-12 from 3-point. Eagles right now with 16 points in the quarter, 26% from the field, 4-15. Most of those coming from layups as they're 0-7 in the quarter from 3-point. 2-21 in the game. Peter, you mentioned this team has struggled from the three-point arc the entire season, and they've been trying to counter that and just get it inside. Big playmakers by Emma Klein, as well as Vivian Guerrero, who has 9 rebounds and 14 points. So the Cougars will move the inbound up right in front of their bench. Steinkamp checks in, as well as Ava Gardner.
They got other big scores out there. Steinkamp, Gardner, Wade, Ellis, and Gates. And one of them can finish off the night here.
Steinkamp dishes it all the way back to Wade, met by 2 Eagles, and gives it up to Steinkamp. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Steinkamp takes it inside. Step. Able to finish it, soft touch by Steinkamp. Now a stoppage of play, timeout by the referee. We'll wait to see what the call is, but this is not a coach's timeout. This is an official's timeout. And they're trying to make sure every 1/10 of a second on that clock stays up.
Every little bit counts in basketball, especially now. We got the shot clock off. You imagine Edgewood, they're just going to hold it, get that last shot off.
So 28.1 is on the clock right now, and it looks to be the officials are checking with the official stats crew, which is CJ Sellner, Chandler Kerr and Sydney Palacios-Law who are up at the table. They've added 9/10 of a second back on the clock. So 29 seconds remaining in the game. Remember, the clock stops with under a minute to go in the fourth quarter on made baskets.
Edgewood, they got just about all the time they can have under the shot clock. You got to imagine again, they're just going to hold that, get the last shot off. I find it hard to believe they go right to the basket from the beginning here and give the Cougars another chance. And again, you never know.
So the Eagles have elected to take a timeout to extend the break after the official timeout. So a 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well. And added another 4/10 of a second on the clock. So the score is 72-71. The Cougars out in front. 29.4 seconds remaining in the game. We'll take a quick break and come back soon. Eagles advance the ball up near side on their side of the court. They have one timeout remaining. The Cougars have none. Cougars are up by 1. Klein inbounding it for the Eagles, guarded by McGregor. Ball's tipped by Ellis, and Steinkamp with it, and a foul is called. Good defense by the reigning NAC South Defensive Player of the Year. Off the inbounds, it sends Bailey Steinkamp to the free throw line.
Also shout out freshman Allison McGregor. She's making that inbound pass about as hard as possible. It's right in the face of the inbounder.
McGregor 5'11", guarding Klein, who is 5'9", making it difficult, as Peter said, to inbound. Steinkamp makes the first free throw.
It's a team effort right there.
Misses the second. Rebound pulled down by Guerrero. Timeout immediately taken by Coach Kaya Huff of the Eagles. So now both teams are out of timeouts. A 30-second timeout, 2-point ball game. We'll keep it here. Peter, 25.2 seconds left in the game. So you'll have time for one possession since the shot clock is off. What do you think the Eagles are drawing up on the whiteboard?
I think it's got to be a cut to the basket. Yes, you could go for the three and the win, but they haven't made a three-pointer since the first quarter, so I think they're going to go for the tie here. And again, they've had success getting to the basket all night, getting those points in the paint, or at least getting a foul out of it. So I imagine Edgewood's looking to get to the basket on this play. Possibly Emma Klein, who's been doing it well all night too.
Should mention Princess Gates has 4 fouls. She is out there for the Cougars. As the ball was advanced off of the timeout in front of the Eagles bench. So they'll have it in a good position to start off the inbound. Taking it out is Guerrero. She gets it into Klein.
Klein's got the ball.
Able to dump it inside for Ferris. Missed layup. Foul is called on Ferris. Steinkamp able to muscle her way to grab the ball. Goes down to the court, and she'll jog her way to the charity stripe.
Steinkamp, would say, playing the most meaningful minutes right now of the season. She's making the most of them, drawing these pivotal fouls at the end of the game. Could put one away here.
Claudia Ferris is fouled out of the game. She departs with 7 points, 4 rebounds. She is replaced by Eden Bonzer. 18.6 seconds remaining in the game. Steinkamp, her first free throw, not able to fall, made some contact with both the backboard and the rim. Bounce out to the right.
Yeah, Edgewood's gonna have to get going right away here. No timeouts left.
Steinkamp able to make it a 3-point ball game. 18.6 seconds remaining.
We gotta hit that 3 now.
Gates guarding Shane. Picked up by McGregor now. An open look inside was Pikulik. 4.8 seconds remaining. Ellis looking for some help. Launches it over to McGregor, and she is dribbling it. Shoots a 3, off the mark, and that'll end the game. The Cougars able to escape and get their first conference win over Edgewood College by a score of 74-73. Eagles fall to 0-6 on the season. Cougars improved to 2-3. Peter, wow, an exciting game for sure. What are your final thoughts?
We mentioned it before. This was a very streaky game for the Cougars offense. Lucky enough for them, they caught fire at the right time. They made the most of those last couple minutes of the game. Just a great turnaround. They started hitting their threes. It's a great all-around game, or at least end of the game for the Cougars. They put this one away.
Bailey Steinkamp led the way for the Cougars, scoring with 19 points. Followed by Princess Gates with 14, Michaela Ellis with 12. The Cougars are able to get it done in part because of their three-point shooting, going 7-12 from the three-point arc. The Eagles, 2 of 21. And despite the efforts of Emma Klein with 23 points and 14 rebounds, we're not able to finish it off and get the win. And the Cougars can feel happy about themselves as they roll into their weekend competition between Alverno College at 2 p.m. back here at home. As we will have an interview with Coach Martin. Shortly, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with Coach Martin. With 74-73, joined by Peter Borkowski on the call. Another shout out to our production crew, Julia Beers, Katie Trems, Parker Kelly, Wyatt McLaughlin, Chandler Kerr, Ryan McGee, Sydney Pulaski-Slaher, under the direction of CJ Sellner, Justin Dorseth, and Kayla McLeod. Stick around, post-game interview with Coach Lauren Martin after the Cougars' one-point victory over the Eagles. Well, it's time for a post-game interview with head coach Lauren Martin. Coach, your team pulled back after being down by as much as 12 points at the end of the third quarter to win by 1 over Edgewood College, 74-73. First off, how does the first conference win feel?
Feels good. Feels good. I feel happy for the team. They played with so much heart and belief, and they really worked hard. So, yeah.
Well, the Cougars' leading scorer was Bailey Steinkamp with 19 points, coming out in a big way and setting a new season high in scoring. What has it meant for the team to get her back into the rhythm of things and playing 21 minutes in this game?
Oh, it means a lot. She's been dealing with the injury for a while, and to see her out there and just kind of zone out and be Bailey buckets was really good. So she went home over break and refined some things and worked hard, and then the hard work paid off on the floor for us, and it was really good to see.
The three-point shot was a big factor in today's game, as well as you guys were 7-12 from the three-point arc. Ava Gardner able to get it going, 3 of 4 from three-point land. What was the mindset after the last loss against Concordia, Wisconsin, to get that shot back from three-point?
We did a lot. We put a lot of work in our offense and started switching some things up, and kind of just told them to believe in themselves and be confident in their shooting, and it did all right for us.
What was the moment that you felt as the coach in this game was the turning point for your team?
In between the third and the fourth, sitting down, looking at them, can see it in their eyes that they had the belief that they could do it, and they could do it with one shot at a time, one stop at a time. And it didn't all come back right away in the fourth. It was a fight, and I think just seeing that they, at the end of the game, felt like they deserved it. Not that they were relieved that they won, but that they earned the win. And it was a really good Edgewood team that played us hard that entire game, and it just came down to 1 point, so all those little things matter, and we talk about that a lot.
Well, Coach, congratulations on earning your first conference win of the season, second win of the season. The Cougars will be back in action on Saturday afternoon against Alverno College at 2 p.m. For the entire Cougar Sports production team and Peter Borkowski, I'm Carter Gledhill. We'll see you Saturday afternoon. Go Cougars.